Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are discussing multiple catch blocks in Java, which is a topic related to exception handling. Before moving ahead, I will shortly tell you what is exception handling. So exception is nothing but if there is any unwanted situation in a program which causes to disturb normal flow of execution of this program, in that case we call it as a exception. There are various types of exception in Java, like say arithmetic exception, array index out of bound exception, file not found exception. So all these situations are exceptional situations, and there is a need of handling this situation so that normal flow of program should not be disturbed. That's why there is a need of exception handling, and to handle this exception there are various mechanisms, out of which the basic mechanism is try catch block, and we are discussing variant of this try catch block, that is a single try with multiple catch blocks. So this is the syntax of try catch block. Here you have to write the keyword try, then you have to put the risky code or the code which may cause exception, that is to be put in this try block, and in catch block you have to catch this exception. So this is a basic idea behind multiple catch blocks in Java. Now we will discuss simple example of multiple catch blocks in Java. Here this is a class A, this is a main method, and here we have written a try block. Okay, so in try block I have written variable, it is array of type integer, and the size of array defined as integer 5. Then a of 6 equal to 8. So syntactically it might look right, but it will give you an exception, because this a of 6 is the location which is not available. We have defined array of size 5 only. So in that case array index out of bound exception will be called. And second is the next statements. Here you can see I equal to 6 and j equal to 0, and we are trying to divide I by j, that is we are trying to divide a number by 0, which is a kind of arithmetic exception. So we need multiple catch blocks to catch the exception. Here you can see this is a one single try block, and we have written one catch block where we are trying to handle the exception which is of type arithmetic exception. Here E is an object of this arithmetic exception class, that, and here we are, you can write any out, here you can display any statement. I have displayed that we cannot divide the number by 0. So this is the first catch block to handle arithmetic exception, and this is the second catch block, which is array index out of bound exception, to catch the exception for accessing the memory location which is not available, because our array size is only 5 and we are trying to access the 6th location of the array which is not available. So I have displayed a simple message, cross the limit. So this is how multiple catch blocks can be available to caught multiple types of exceptions in Java. The important thing here is the sequence of different catch blocks. Here you can see one more example. Here is a class A, this is a main method. Then in try block I have put I equal to 100 by 0. There is a first catch block, exception E, system.out.println, and here I am displaying E, that is the handler will exception handler will decide what to display, that is it will display it is a what kind of exception is it, and it will display exception of arithmetic type. Then here the next catch block, it is a arithmetic exception E, system.out.println. Then system.out.println, here we have display E, and this is a outer statement, that is it is not present in this code as well as this code, and here we are trying to display the value of I. Now if you try to execute this program will give you an error. Why is it so? Because the hierarchy is important here. Exception class and arithmetic exception class. You can see here this is a super class. Exception class is a super class of arithmetic exception class. So whenever you don't know the kind of exception or what kind of or what kind of exception may occur in the code. In that case, what you can do, you can simply catch the exception with the help of this exception class. There is no need to specify the subclass. And here what we have done, we have written first first catch block with exception and second catch block with arithmetic exception. So it will give you an error. The error will be arithmetic exception has already been caught. That is, this exception will be caught by this exception class. So the order of exception is important. If you have to catch the exception, you know specifically, you have to write this one at the first. That is, you have to catch this exception in this first catch block. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel to see more videos on this topic.